let's make gnocchi, one of my favorite pasta dishes of all time. What if I told you that one of the best pastas around actually isn't pasta in itself? Gnocchi is a potato-based pasta unlike every single other pasta out there. It's buttery, it's fluffy, and it's actually really good. And in my American opinion, it's actually more like a tater tot. So let me show you how to make gnocchi, one of the best pastas there is around. To make homemade gnocchi, start by gathering 2 pounds of russet potatoes. Begin by placing the whole potatoes skin on a large baking sheet or pan. Bring your oven to temperature at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and place them in for 40 to 45 minutes. Peel off the skins while the potatoes are warm to ensure the smoothest texture possible. Use a paring knife to remove the skins, then mash the potatoes thoroughly with a potato masher or potato ricer to eliminate any huge clumps. Add 1.5 cups of flour. Crack 1 large egg into the well and gently mix until the potatoes and flour are evenly together. Slowly work the dough together until it forms a soft, smooth ball. Divide the dough into 4 equal portions. Take 1 portion and roll it into a long rope about a 1/2 inch thick on a lightly floured surface. Cut the rope into 1-inch pieces using a knife or a bench scraper. To give the gnocchi their traditional shape, press each piece gently with the lines of a fork, creating those perfect ridges. This not only shapes the gnocchi, but helps them hold sauce much better. However, this step is totally optional. Once I cut the gnocchi, I left them in their pillow-like shape to give them that fluffy and poofy look. Repeat this process with the remaining portions of dough. If you prefer to store the gnocchi for later, arrange them in a single layer on a parchment-lined baking sheet, ensuring that they don't touch, and freeze them for about 30 minutes. Could cooking homemade gnocchi unlock the secret to new levels of pasta? And I'm here to tell you the answer to that question is going to be yes. Making homemade gnocchi is one of the best things you can do. So now I'm going to show you how to cook it, starting off with a boil first and a pan-seared finish next. To cook your homemade gnocchi, start by bringing a large pot of salted water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, gently add the gnocchi in small batches to the pot. It's important not to overcrowd the pot, as this can cause the gnocchi to stick together. Let the gnocchi cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or until they rise to the surface of the water. This floating is an amazing sign that they're fully cooked. Using a spoon, carefully scoop the gnocchi out of the water, being sure to drain any excess water. Heat a generous amount of olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Once the oil is hot and shimmering, carefully add the boiled gnocchi to the pan. You should hear a gentle sizzle as the gnocchi hits the oil. Allow the gnocchi to sear undisturbed for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the bottoms are golden brown and crispy. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter to the pan. This butter will melt and start to bubble, giving the gnocchi a rich, golden coating. What if I told you the key to the perfect pasta actually wasn't in the pasta, but more so in the sauce itself? So let me show you how to make the perfect homemade marinara sauce with about 4 or 5 ingredients that are going to be absolutely amazing. To make a flavorful marinara sauce, start by gathering your ingredients. Begin by heating the olive oil in a large skillet or saucepan over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add the chopped onions and cook, stirring occasionally for about 5 to 7 minutes until the onions become soft and translucent. Pour in the crushed tomatoes, stirring to combine with the onions and the oregano from earlier. Bring the sauce to a simmer over medium heat, then reduce the heat to low and let it cook for about 20 to 25 minutes, stirring occasionally. This will allow the flavors to mend together and the sauce to thicken slightly. While the sauce is simmering, tear the fresh basil leaves into smaller pieces and add them to the sauce during the last 5 minutes of cooking. If you also want a more fragrant and deep flavors, I recommend also adding in 2 cloves of freshly chopped garlic. The garlic is not only delicious when cooked into the sauce, but adds an extra flavor profile. Both the basil and fresh garlic helps to preserve the fresh, aromatic flavor of the sauce. It's time to bring everything together with that rich, flavorful marinara sauce. To a pan on medium heat, begin by gently pouring the marinara sauce over the gnocchi, making sure to cover them evenly. Stir carefully to coat each gnocchi with vibrant, tangy sauce, ensuring that every little Italian dumpling soaks up all the savory flavors. The marinara should be just the right temperature, hot but not boiling, so the gnocchi don't become mushy. Take a block of Parmesan Reggiano and grate a generous amount over the top of your dish. The sharp, nutty flavor of the cheese will perfectly complement the sweetness of the marinara sauce and the soft texture of the gnocchi. The freshly grated cheese will melt slowly and slightly, creating a delicious, creamy finish on each bite. And there you have it, my own personal favorite recipe for gnocchi. I love gnocchi, I love marinara sauce, and when both of them are homemade, they are very, very delicious together. A symphony of beautiful flavors, aromas, taste, or whatever other adjective you want to use to describe the pasta. Until next time, I really hope you enjoyed your dinner from Chase Andy. Click to my right somewhere on the screen for my next favorite video. Do not forget to click in the menu down below to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, just remember, I'm still trying to figure all this shit out.